I've been bothering this guest. I mean, if you look at the text messages, there's replies. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like stalking him and just writing incessantly. I'm not standing him, if you will. But, I've been asking for the last few months for him to come on. And for whatever reason, thank you, MMA gods, he agreed to grace us with his presence here on today's program. So without further ado, let's talk to El Diamante, Dustin Poirier. Hello, Dustin. How are you?
What's up, brother? There are a lot of text messages on my phone, Ariel.
Yes.
But tell the truth. A lot of red messages that I haven't responded. You just keep bugging me, man.
Wow. Okay. That's the way we're going to go with it. All right.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
By the way, what happened to the microphone setup? Last time you were on, you had a whole fancy setup. Where did it go?
So last time I got on your show, I was in Florida. So I had all my stuff set up. I'm back in Louisiana right now. I will bless the show again with a hot mic. It's just not ready right now.
I appreciate it. You're at the new palace, right? The Diamante Palace.
Casa del Diamante. Yeah, that's the one.
Golly, it looks incredible. You got the fat diamond on the gate on the front. I mean, you've come a long way from the Fightville house that I saw you watching the Food Network in way back in the day.
Yeah, we still got that. Me and my wife still got that house too. But
you still have that house?
Yeah, a long way, man. Yeah.
Wow. Who's living there?
My mother lives there.
Wow, that's amazing. So how many years have you guys owned that?
We bought it in 2009 or 2000. We bought it right before we got married.
Okay. And she still lives there.
Bro, crazy. I can't believe a bank. What I guess it worked out for them, but what a bunch of maniacs. They approved me of a loan. I didn't have credit. I was renting a house. Me and my wife had a rent house. I think I was 18 years old, but me and my wife had a rent house. And the bank, I guess at those times, they allowed my landlord at my rent house to say, hey, these guys been living here a year and they never missed a note. And the bank took that as credit for me to, yeah.
At this
Crazy,
point,
man.
At this point, I feel like you can buy that thing off. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm just saying. I mean,
what are you, my financial advisor?
By the way, I feel like I'm talking to 2009 Dustin Poirier. Right? What happened to the hair? Why'd you shave it?
So I feel like a fight's coming up, and I told my wife, I said, you know what? This summer I'm going to shave my hair when I get close to a fight. And I went in the bathroom, and I have these Conair trimmers.
Yeah.
And they have a LED screen. It shows you the millimeters, how high you're cutting, how much hair you're leaving. And I started, and I had it the length I wanted because I just got a fresh fade. So I was just going to shorten the top and keep the side faded to the skin. I wasn't going to go this low. So it was good at first. And then hair got caught in them, and I had to take the hair out to continue cutting.
Oh.
And I didn't put it back on the same digital. Oh, yeah.
And so then you had a huge patch.
Yeah, when it was to the skin. I mean, I was bald there.
No.
Yeah. But we're growing back. We're growing back.
First of all, fantastic head of hair. I mean, there are no like crown situations. It's not like a DC thing where you got the island.
No, that happens when you move to California, and Louisiana is pretty good. But here I have the corners I wouldn't say are as prime as they used to be.
Yeah.
Just like some air vents, to keep me cool when I'm getting overheated, but it's good.
And a few days ago, you looked like, legit 2010, 2009 Dustin Poirier just a few days ago when I saw on your Instagram, like when it was super, super short.
Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be that short, I would say probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks from right now. That's how short I had it before I gapped it and had to go to the skin.
All right. So this is exciting. I'm very frustrated, and I can't imagine how you're feeling. I still, till this moment that we're sitting here right now, I don't understand why you versus Nathan Diaz hasn't been made. He's healthy. You're healthy. I mean, I feel like you've been talking about it since January. What's the problem?
Yeah. And then, dude, this reality show of an MMA community that we have, everybody's throwing shit at me anytime I say, what's up, Nate? Bro, this fight has been offered to me twice already this year, and I've accepted both times. It's not like I'm chasing this guy. Don't call my phone and ask me to fight the guy. I don't know. Maybe he can't get a deal done. On my side, I've accepted twice now this year. 2022.
So what's the problem? Why isn't it happening?
I'm not sure. I'm not doing his deals. I don't know what's going on with him, So I really wish I could tell you.
Is it like one of those things where it's contingent on him signing? Because obviously you know what's going on with him, right? He's got one fight left.
Well, I know as much as everyone else knows, right?
Yeah.
I know he has one fight left. They offered him Chimaev, but then that's what was on the board when that came out a couple weeks ago. I don't know. I know as much as everybody else in the MMA world knows, but I know for sure that I was offered him twice. I said yes both times. And one was a couple weeks after I just lost a title fight to Charles Oliveira, like maybe the week after.
Wow.
He called me. Yeah.
And was that for the January card in Anaheim? Because there was at that point like some talk of maybe he'll be put on that card. Was it for that one?
That was whatever pay-per-view was. I think it was. It had to be the next pay-per-view after my fight with Charles. Yeah.
And you were down.
Yes.
Were you banged up?
No.
So what the hell?
My pride.
Yeah. But like health-wise, physically, you were okay.
Yeah, injury-free.
So is there any sort of follow-up? Like, hey guys, I've accepted this fight twice, and I see him on Twitter, and I see like, what's going on? Why aren't we making this fight?
I don't know, but apparently there was some want there, or the UFC wouldn't have called me those times they did. I don't know. I feel like you guys aren't getting the full story. Nate's playing about the one in 2018. I've been offered this fight 3 times and it has accepted 3 times.
Wow. When was
twice this year?
Yeah, and when was the other time? When was the third time? Are you talking about the 2018 or in addition to the 2000?
Yeah, I'm talking about MSG.
Yeah, of course. That was UFC 230, if I recall.
And to clear the air about 170, like I can make 55, no problem. If I have 8 weeks to a camp, I can make 55. But these guys are offering me fights at the end of the year. I want to fight now. So I say, if I fight 170, that doubles the chances of me getting a fight right now. I want to fight this summer. I have a daughter who's out of school. I can do a training camp, fight July 30th. Dallas is close to Louisiana, not too far from Florida. It just makes sense for me.
Yeah.
On my timeline. I don't want to wait till the end of the year and fight at 155. I'll fight July at 155, but if they can't find somebody, then I'll fight at 170. So that's another reason like Nate makes sense. Let's fight. He's trying to get out of his contract. We'll get a damn deal done and let's fight. At 170, I'll go up, come right back down.
By the way, like right now, how much do you weigh? Like how big of a jump is 170?
I didn't weigh myself today, but if I go get on the scale right now with you, I would probably think like 83, maybe 82, hopefully 82. But
yeah, and I mean, he's fought at 55.
That's about my average morning day weight,
Right. Can I tell you my read on the situation? I feel like if he doesn't re-sign, they want to give him to Chimaev, and if he does re-sign, they'll make the fight with you. That's how I read the situation.
Dude, what I feel in my heart is the guy's not going to re-sign.
Right.
That's what I feel like. He would have. They've been going at this for a while, it seems, and I know he wants to fight. So, well, then I guess he's going to, he's going to fight Chimaev, I guess. Well,
don't you feel like you're being jerked around a little bit?
I mean, they jerked me around with the original 2018 thing. I feel like UFC should have cleared the air because Nate backed out of that fight. They were offering me other fights and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to get my hip taken care of. If it's not Nate in 3 weeks or whatever it was from the fight date, I said, I'm not fighting. And then he said, I'm the one who backed out and all this. But yeah, I don't know what's going on as of right now with this current contract with Chimaev, but I said yes to them twice this year. And I'm saying yes right now to you and the world. I'll fight you. Let's go. Yeah. I can make weight next week.
Honestly, I feel like you and him have been saying yes for the past 6 months. Like, I feel like every few days it's like, dun, 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 dun. But then I saw a tweet from you. You said July 30th, 170, let's go, right? Like you put out this open invitation. Now, can I be honest with you about something? Everything I could kind of sort of, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. You kind of threw me a curveball on one of these. You threw me a curveball. I wasn't expecting. I had to double check if it was the check mark Dustin Poirier that tweeted it. You tweeted to Colby Covington. That really surprised me. Why?
And look, I don't hate anyone, Ariel. But if there was a line right before hate, Colby's standing there. And I really dislike the guy. And I've been saying, and I don't want him to make $1 for fighting me. But if they're offered, because they offered me him last week. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah. So whatever, I tweeted that out Saturday.
Yeah.
Or Friday. They offered me him Tuesday or Wednesday that week.
Okay.
It was either wait to the end of the year and fight, for a number 1 contender at lightweight, or fight July against him. And that was the name that they gave me. So I'm like, fuck it. That's not a call out of him. I'm not going out of my way. I don't want to fight the guy. I don't want him profiting anything off of me. But if they're not going to give me a fight until the end of the year, and this is what you're giving me, I got to fight. I got to do what I got to do. I don't want to sit in a holding pattern for, I fought in December. I don't want to sit in a holding pattern for 10, 11 months. Mm-hmm. I'm healthy and I want to fight.
So last week when they offered you him, did you accept?
No, I didn't accept either fight.
Oh, but the tweet.
I didn't say no to either fight. I just
Right.
said I'll get back to you. Yeah.
Got it. And so the tweet, is that an indication that you are willing to take this fight?
Yeah, I'll fight him. Dude, I want to fight and I don't care. I don't want the guy making money, but if they're not offering me other names, what do I do? Wait to the end of the year? You know?
I remember one time a few years ago, I asked you one question about him and you kind of got mad at me. And I was like, I'm never going to ask you about him ever again because obviously, and I wasn't planning on asking you about him when we agreed to do this. But then you tweeted that thing. So I was like, well, now I have to ask you.
I know. And like, I'm kind of pissed off with myself for saying I would do it, Not that I'm worried about the guy or his skill set or anything like that. It's just I don't want the fucking guy to prosper because I said yes to a fight with him. I don't want that. I don't want him to make $1 off of anything that I've done or off of fighting me, period. But you get a glass of whiskey and they call you a couple of days before, shit happens and then you fight.
Right.
So fuck it. At least it ain't a fight. If it does happen, it's not a fight I'm gonna take any damage in. This fucking guy.
Why do you hate him so much?
He's everything I dislike about mixed martial arts. He's a cartoon character. Everything he does is for an extra click, view. None of it's authentic. He can wrestle. He's tough. I've been around him for years. I know him from being around in the gym with him, since 2012, 2013-ish. But he's just a phony,
When you guys were at ATT, were you cool? Before all the changes?
We hung out one time outside of the gym. And I believe it was like a Robbie Lawler fight or something. He came over to my house. I bought the pay-per-view. We watched it. I had a couple people there. But that's the only time I've ever hung out with the guy outside of the gym walls.
I have to say, I got a lot of heat for this. And maybe, you're a father, I'm a father, daughter. I don't know. I really did not like when he brought your family into the post-fight interview. That really bothered me against Masvidal. And so I just wanted to know how you felt when you heard that.
I mean, it's messed up. You don't talk about people's family, but then again, I know it's all an act and a character, but there are lines that are being crossed. I think these guys do that. Same thing with Conor, like talking about my wife. These guys know, and I'll tell you, I don't give a fuck about this stuff that much no more. I've said it after I knocked Conor's ass out in Dubai. I told Daniel through the cage, I don't really care about this stuff no more. So they're trying to attach things that they know I do care about, which is my family, my daughter. More so I care about them than I will never put a pair of gloves on again if it has anything to do with them. I love them with all of my heart. Like I text you whenever I was on vacation and that stuff was happening with him. I told you, dude, I don't really play around with this stuff like that. I think they're trying to attach onto things that they know that I actually do love and would die for, and trying to pull at those strings. That's what's happening.
Is there any concern that if you did agree to this fight and it was made, that this becomes now a thing, right? Like it will now become part of the storyline and it goes down this path.
And that's what Mike Brown called me the next day and said that, DP, if you take that fight, it's going to be 2 months of that, of, them talking about your family and making this stuff up. I don't know if you want to put your family, wife and daughter through that, but I've already, hit pull, on the tweet. I can't. And Colby knows what's up. He knows what's happening in the gym. I'm not a scrap and tell kind of guy. I don't say what happened, but he knows what's happened those years in the gym. And at the same time, I do. I know he's taken me down and rid me out rounds, but he's also known a couple of times what happened to him. And it is what it is, man. I don't want my family to go through that, but also I want to fight, man. Give me a fight then.
And is there any part of you, or maybe Mike, who thinks that it might be too personal? Like when you fight emotionally, when there's family involved, then you start to fight a different kind of fight. Is there a concern there?
I don't. We're not that far into it yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, the UFC calls and says, "We got Nate under control. Let's do it." That'd be that. Hopefully, that happens, and then we can just have a real fighters fight. None of this showman shit, bullshit that's lies and for clicks and views and I don't have to hold my tongue anymore, Ariel, because I really don't care. So I can speak to you like I would speak to you on the phone. I know people are watching. I don't care.
I appreciate that. So just to be clear, number one choice would be Nate. Like if they called you up right now, like, all right, Dustin, what do you want? We'll do any fight. Is it Nate number one?
It would be to get to closer to a title shot at 155. If there was an option, you could be a number one contender fight at 155. I would probably take that. You know, I would probably take that depending on the timeline. I don't want to do it at the end of the year. If they offer me Nate, I would for sure take Nate.
Can I ask about that one? You told us about Colby. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you about that one. What are the details?
I don't want to say that.
Okay.
I don't want to release the information on that one, but I was offered a number one contender fight at 155, but I don't want to wait that long.
I get it. So,
I don't even know why I would have to wait that long.
Right. By the way, what did you think of the title fight with Oliveira just a couple of weeks ago?
I bet on Oliveira.
Wow, really big.
I thought he was going to win.
Big money.
I mean, nothing crazy, but I made some money on him. Yeah.
Do you think it's fair that
I bet on Chandler too? I don't have any hate on these guys. Like I said, bro, I bet on Chandler too. I parlayed him, bet him straight up, everything, did it all.
Do you think he should be stripped? Do you think he should be, viewed as the non-champ at this point because of the 0.5?
Man, I don't know, bro. That's tough. That's a tough line to call. But the thing for me is like defending that belt. That doesn't count as a defense now. That's part of his legacy.
Yeah.
He's beaten the best guys out, every time. And now he can't say he beat Gaethje in his hometown in a title defense because it's on papers. We all know. The real fans know. Just like we all know that Eve Edwards was a lightweight champion back in the day when he knocked out Josh Thompson. I know that.
Right.
The casuals might not, but that was a defense for Charles for sure.
You mentioned Michael Chandler. I don't know if you know this, but he was on my show last week, and I asked him about you. Did you see his comments?
Yeah.
Can I play them for the audience just to remind them?
I mean, this is your show.
All right, I'm going to play the comments, and then I'd love to get your response because I wasn't expecting him to go in this direction, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. So this is Michael Chandler last week on the program.
I have no interest in fighting Dustin, honestly.
How come?
I got asked the other day who do they see being a champion if it wasn't me or wasn't, and I completely forgot about him. I to be quite honest, man, I think he's a great dude. I think I like him for the sport, but I also think I was completely disregarded and pushed aside whenever I came into the organization. He completely disregarded me, completely, acted as though I didn't deserve to be where I was. And so maybe it's a little bit more of a personal issue, but I also don't think is Dustin a draw? I guess he is the number 2 guy, the ranked number 2 now. But he's kind of just stayed at number 2 and he's, I don't know how active he's going to be. But I did see that he tweeted that I was saying everybody else's name but his, as if I was, maybe didn't want to fight him because of, technical reasons or whatnot. But that was more just, I forgot about him, to be honest with you.
What do you make of those comments? Said a lot there.
Yeah. I mean, if you really, just like when he grabbed the mic after he won, if you really believe that these guys, the stuff they're saying is real, you're out of your mind. You think the guy forgot about me? The route to the title shot, Charles is still number 1. The champion, I'm number 1, yeah, you think, and who's a draw, bro? I'm not that guy I like to point out and pick on people and do this and stuff like that. But if we go to the numbers, which don't lie, you were supporting Cass in the last pay-per-view that you fought on with 2 title fights. And me and Charles were the 1 title. Wow, we had 2 title fights, never mind. But look at the numbers. What do we sell? 6 something? What they sell? Over 400? I mean, who's a draw? I don't know. I don't play that shit because I don't really care. But don't say stuff that you can find out the numbers and see who's watching more.
He said that when he first came in, you disregarded him. Is that accurate?
For sure, yeah. We fought he came in, fought. He's never beat anybody coming off of a win in the UFC, Ariel. He's been dropped in his last 3 fights. He's never beat somebody coming off of a win. What is Dan Hooker's last 5 fights and what is Tony Ferguson's last 5 fights? The 2 guys he beat in the UFC. What are their records in their last fights? And I'm not talking trash. I'm stating facts. It's whatever, bro. I don't care. I'll fight him too. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Just book me something.
I'll say to you what I said to him afterwards. Like, I kind of now want to really see that fight. Like, but his comments. I really actually want to see that fight now. Is that bad?
No, it's fighting.
Would you want to see that fight? Would you want to have that fight?
Somebody's going to get sparked out for sure. Let's go.
I mean, were you
He was upset.
Yeah.
He was upset because somebody asked me something about him online, and I said Michael Chandler. And then he got upset, but boy, his he did his due diligence on his return fire, because man, that was good. That was good.
Well, he brought up Michael Johnson, right?
Yeah, that was good.
I mean, what do you think when you see that? He's referring to the fight that you guys had many moons ago now. I can't even remember, 2017, I think it was.
That's the only thing that's real is the damn results, Ariel. Or what can I say? I know I got clipped. The guy beat me. He's not lying. What Michael tweeted out wasn't a lie.
I noticed that you're very good.
Hey, I can take it. I can take it because I dish it out, Ariel.
Right,
so
yeah.
I can take it because I dish it out.
Why do you always retweet the haters, though?
I don't know.
You're very.
Why do you always read the retweets?
Well, I mean, they're on my timeline. I mean, you're actually
same shit. It's fun. It's on my timeline.
You're a very underrated tweeter. You're self-deprecating. You retweet the hate so we get a window into that world. But I would imagine if I'm a hardcore Poirier fan and I'm like, yo, man, I love you, it'd be like, yo, retweet me instead.
And I do sometimes, I do, or I'll directly reply to those guys when I see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy because my timeline's full of hate. Me and my wife were just talking about that after Friday. She was like, let's stay off of social media. Like I do for training camps, like the last 4 or 5 weeks, I kind of let my team post. I have a social media team. I approve the stuff they posted just so I'm not on it reading all the stuff because I get too into it. Like if I'm on it a few days in a row, a lot reading it, then I'm really like, but if I leave it all on for a couple of days, then I'm good.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm good. I don't need to go in there and see the stuff.
So right now, you'd be open to Chandler. You'd be open to Dustin. You'd be even open. The Colby one really surprised me. I'm not going to lie about that. Do you think any of these actually happen?
I am Dustin. I am Dustin though. But yeah.
Wait, did I say Dustin? Really. Wait, what did I say? I said Dustin?
It's all good, Shmo. I'm going to keep doing this interview with you.
No, I said, okay, well, sorry. Let me do it again. You open to Chandler, open to Colby, open to Nathan, excuse me. I get very flustered because I'm not sure if you're going to get mad at me or whatnot.
Look, that list you just named?
Yeah.
Take a handful of other names and throw them. I'm open to all that. Let's go. I want to fight.
Wonder Boy 2 jumped in there.
I'll fight anybody, dude. I'll fight you right now.
That would be.
Let's go.
By the way, I think that would do bigger numbers than the 400. Okay. I'm just saying.
Hey, who's the draw now? Who's the draw now?
I'm not sure. What's his name? Sean Brady got in the mix over there. I mean, everyone was jumping in there.
Yeah, I just have fun with that stuff too. But I mean, everybody is potentially a target. Anybody who fights in the UFC and can make the weights that I'm going to fight at is a target. So, but I have fun with that stuff. Like with the Sean Brady stuff, like I'll fight you too.
Yeah,
it's all whatever. We'll see what the UFC wants to do. Give me a list of names and let's fight, man.
How confident are you, not about the opponent, but just the date?
Nate, dude, get Nate's shit together. Let him fight it out or whatever you got to do, Nate, on the business side. Let's go.
I wish I
That's
could call
a fun fight for me.
I wish I could call Nate right now.
That's a fun fight for me. Like I've said, and I guess a lot of people say the same shit with that. It's like I've been watching the guy fight. I was living at my mom's house. He was fighting on Spike TV and stuff like that. I've been a fan of him and his brother for a long time, but if he leaves the UFC and I never get to touch that chin, that sucks, man.
That would be a shame. Did you see what he did last week? He was urinating outside the PI.
I did. I one-upped him. When I get out there, you'll see what happens.
Right? Are you mad? You're not mad though at them. I mean, I feel like they other than all this,
mad at the UFC?
Yeah.
No, they've been great to me, man.
Right.
Of course, I've had to blaze my own path to get to where I'm at right now, but we've always worked it out and everything's been great. Besides them offering me a lightweight fight at the end of the year or a welterweight fight in July, against a guy I don't really want to fight and give him any platform. But
so is it like if I'm sitting at home right now watching this and the UFC is one of those people watching this? Is it possible you could be like, wow, Dustin Poirier is going to fight Colby Covington July 30th? If they offered you the fight and now you say that you want it, what is going to stop them from making this fight at this point?
Who cares? Let's go. What is the question?
No, I mean, the question is, I feel like we have a fight. They offered you something. You say now you'll take it. He already called you out. I feel like there's no roadblocks that you'll be fighting July 30th against Colby Covington. Why wouldn't it happen at this point?
Let's find. I don't know.
This is crazy.
I don't know.
I never in a million years would have predicted that you'd fight Colby Covington, that you would even agree to fight him.
And I don't, dude. I was the one telling people they can offer me $10 million. I'm fighting the guy, you know, but I want to fight.
Man. And that's one, like, did you see what happened with Masvidal? Obviously you did. You saw the aftermath, right?
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
Dude, trust me. I don't want to give the guy.
Yeah.
If there's another name that they offer me in that time zone, the time frame, I'll pick the other name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to fight this guy. I don't want to give him any platform. It's horrible, you know?
Mm.
You know, Masvidal really does what he's acting like he is, you know, tough guy. And then now all this other stuff happens, which I can't speak about because I, you know, don't know intelligently enough about the situation, exactly what happened and what they're going through. So it is what it is, but
is there, just curious, is there any name at 55 that we haven't mentioned that you'd be interested in? I mean, it seems like Charles will fight Islam. You're there.
I'll fight Chandler. I'll fight Gaethje. If Tony wins a fight and comes back down to 55, I'll fight Tony. Whoever's in the line, dude, I'll fight anybody. Anyone. Yeah. I'll fight.
And
anyone that makes sense. Anyone that makes sense, right?
Not coming back anytime soon, but does Conor still make sense? Like there was some talk of the fourth fight back in July of last year, like, oh, they'll do it one more time. Or do you think that ship has sailed?
It's tough to say. You never know. I don't know. I'll fight him at 55 or 70 though. If he does come back and want to fight. Yeah, he's in it too.
Have they ever said to you or your team that that's one that they'd like to do in the future?
Never.
Mm. Well, do you think we covered it all here? I mean, I feel like this was a little bit of a State of the Union address, you know, an update, if you will.
It's just a air it out, you know, tell the people tell you how I'm really feeling, not bite my tongue, not play character, not be a fake phony like the rest of these frauds. So if there's anything else you need to know, fire away because I'm not biting my tongue.
Did you feel, would it be fair to say that you are frustrated at the moment? Would that be a fair assessment of your mood when it comes to your career, the fighting, not so, I mean, frustrated with myself, you know, like my last performance, I'm so much better than that. That's not, I have so much more to give. I know, dude, that's fighting. You know, I wish there's a lot of things in fights I wish I could change and do differently and approach differently, but no, not so much frustrated with that. I can stomach and digest everything that I've done in my fighting career. Yeah, I don't have any, you know, of course I wish I would have fought smarter sometimes and done things a little bit differently, but like the past is the past, you know. Every time I get out of the octagon, I hope win, lose or draw that I'm just happy with my performance. If the guy's better than me, then he's better than me, but I just want to be happy with myself, you know? So yeah. I'm not frustrated with anything like that. I can do anything I want. I can get back to the grindstone and work myself back up to any position I want to be in. You know, I just want to be busy right now. Have you allowed yourself to watch that fight against Oliveira again?
Yeah.
A lot? Once?
Yeah. One night I watched it maybe 5 times in a row. One night I went deep on it. But since the fight, it's only really been one night that I really dove into it.
Why 5 times in a row?
Because everybody was asleep. I was here in my office and I was quiet. And I just wanted to, it wasn't that long of a fight, you know, right. So I wanted to relive a couple rounds.
What are you looking at when you're watching it over and over again?
Times I could have went in and done just all the things differently I could have done. Different stuff that he was doing in the clinch. I was impressed with a lot of stuff that he did. That made me confident in his fight with Justin. You know, I was sure that if Justin tried to fight him at like a kickboxing range, that Charles wasn't going to allow it. I knew he was going to step in, clinch, throw knees, and make it dirty in there. You know, not let him really throw punches from the outside. That's what I thought. But then Charles went out there and dropped him with a 2. You know, from open. So, but it just gave me more confidence in Charles watching that fight over and over again.
All this damage that he's taking, he's going to catch up to him, right?
Yeah, but how much damage is he really taking? You know, I mean, he's going down, but it's not like violently going down. He might just be getting hit and laying on his back, you know. It's not like he's getting dropped where his head's bouncing around and he's barely hanging on to life for the most part. You know, even when Chandler dropped him, he had the whereabouts to kind of keep his head moving so he would get hit with those big hooks when Chandler was on top of him. Right. You know, if you're really, really hurt and rattled, you don't have the senses to do that type of thing. You get finished most of the time, you know?
Right.
So I don't know. It's tough to say how damaged he's really getting.
Do you think he beats Islam?
Man, I think he beats Islam on the feet. I don't know about Islam's jiu-jitsu.
Right. That would be an interesting one. Well, you know, I have to say, it's great to talk to you. By the way, I did a cooking segment with Alex Volkanovski, and I put over the hot sauce in the segment. I told him about the KO edition, and then did you see that and send him the KO? Because then I saw he had the KO. Yeah. You saw that?
Yeah, I reposted it. We were talking the other day through IG. He was telling me he actually enjoys it, but dude, that stuff's hot, man.
It's that one. Right there. That one is intense, and he was sweating. I saw his head. He was sweating and all that. How is it doing? Do we have any other plans to expand it? How's the business doing?
We're doing great, man. Doing great. I think we're going to do one more sauce. It's going to be a maple, spicy maple sauce, and that's it, man. You know, a 3-pack. Keep it at 3 SKUs, and we'll see what happens in the Poirier line down the road. But 3 hot sauces, 3 different, you know, heat levels, 3 different flavors. I think is perfect amount.
Would this be a super spicy one, a mild one? Where would you put it on the?
This will be somewhere in between the OG and the KO. Mm-hmm. It'll be sweet, so that'll take off a little bit of the heat. But on the Scoville scale, it might be a little bit hotter than the OG, but you won't. You know, it's not going to burn you up. It'll be good. Be perfect for chicken and waffles or.
Oh yeah, I like it with eggs,
toast, and biscuits and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. You were kind enough to send me some. I still, till this day, use it. I tell you all the time. It's fantastic. Highly recommend.
Let me know when you're low.
I appreciate that. All right, so thank you for the time. Great to catch up with you. Congrats on the new house. It's great to see you thriving, happy, you and your family. And I hope we get to see you in Dallas. Why not? Why the hell not? I still this is one of the most confusing situations that we've ever seen. 2 healthy stars want to fight each other, and they're not making the fight. This makes no sense to me.
That's the one. That's what's going to happen. I'm putting it out there right now. Me and Nate Diaz are fighting in Dallas at 170. Boom, done. Circle your calendars. Saturday, July 30th, Dallas, Texas.
Frank, can we get some breaking news music?
The grassy knoll.
That's the breaking news music. We just heard it, July 30th. We're putting it into existence. We're putting it out there into the ether. Good luck to you, Dustin. Anything else you want to get off your chest? Because it's going to be another 6 months of me bothering you to come on. So this is my last chance.
Yeah, my hair is growing back. All the people who are worried about it, it's growing back. Stay hydrated. Be good to yourself. Smile more. Have a great day.
Amen. Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate it, my man. There he is, El Diamante, the man. Get him a fight, July 30th. I have to say, I was very surprised. I was extremely surprised when I saw that he was down to fight Colby. I've asked him one time about Colby, and he got a little mad at me. And so, you know what? I said, I'm not going to ask him about Colby anymore. And even before our little chat here, and I've asked him to come on a bunch, I was like, all right, I'm not going to ask him about Colby. I mean, I thought the Colby thing was a little much. I've said that. And Colby's a fantastic fighter. Please don't get it twisted. He's a fantastic fighter. Incredible fighter. One of the best. Honestly, I would put him in my pound for pound. But I don't love the family stuff. I don't love kids, wives. I don't love any of that stuff. Like, let me be clear. I don't like when people talk about, sometimes I just go, shorthand here and then people cut it up. I don't like it. It's too personal. Just stay away from all of it. And then now he said he's down. So golly, let's see how it all plays out.